everyone, my name is Jason Bond from JasonBondPicks.com. I'm a full-time swing trader and I also teach people how to swing trade my strategy. Now, I wasn't always a full-time swing trader. I actually taught for about 10 years in the state of New York, and during that time I was trading actively, but of course I couldn't do it full-time. It was working for me, and I had a passion to teach. I decided that I wanted to take control of my future, start this newsletter, and teach people on Wall Street instead of in public education. In a very short period of time, it's been working very well for me. I'm up $43,000 since I went full-time just 9 months ago, and that's 21% on my portfolio. So let me show you how this strategy works for me and why it might work for you.
Hi everybody, my name is JP, and I joined Jason's service about 3 months ago. And after joining Jason's service, I immediately saw a 40% increase in my portfolio. What I love about Jason is not so much his alerts, but it's his ability to sit down and take the time to educate me as a trader as to why he is making his alerts. And not only that, but I feel like his chat room is an educational playground. I'm with a group of guys that are day traders, that have experience trading, that can take the time to teach me some of their techniques. Now, I've been a trader for 10 years, and I've never seen a return on my portfolio of 40% in this little amount of time. So if anybody has any doubts as to Jason's service, you can ask me, you can ask anybody in the chat room, and they'll tell you, Jason's service works. It worked for me, and it's going to work for you.
Hi, my name is Matt G. I've been a member with Jason for about a year now, and over the past year, I've learned more about trading than I have in my entire lifetime. And maybe like you, your portfolio was up, it goes down, sideways, and really not understand why. With Jason's service, you really get the hands-on experience that is really well needed in this day and age. To sit down and explain why he's picking, the strategies that he's using, to really help you to become educated and successful. And what better way to learn from the best? And his personal touch is exemplary. The chat room itself, I've built a lot of friendships. I feel confident in my trades now, and I'm being successful at what I do and love it. So I can't say enough about recommending his service and what you'll get out of it. And I hope you do. Thanks.
Hey everybody, I've had the privilege of using Jason Bond's service for almost a month now. I got to tell you that he's very detailed in his training videos, his personal emails, and his chats. He takes the time to work with you when you need it. He's an outstanding teacher. He gives you the feeling he's in the next room. He's available to answer any and all questions. He makes training much less intimidating, and he adds an element of excitement to what could be very mundane. I'm very pleased with my decision to use Jason's services, and I would highly recommend him to anyone who's looking to invest in the future.
Hi, I'm a paid subscriber to JasonBondPicks.com. I've been with Jason about 3 months, and I've come to develop a rather strong, favorable opinion of not only Jason, his moderators, as well as the site itself. Within the first 2 days, I was able to earn back the subscription fee. I've learned a wealth of knowledge from Jason, just sitting and listening to the chat between him, his moderators, and the more experienced traders in the chat. Over the 3 months, I've been able to increase my portfolio, trade successes, I should say, 100%. I was marginal going in. I'm now in the black considerably, and I'm very happy with the site. I highly recommend them, and you all have a nice day.
I've been a part of Jason Bond Picks for just over a week and a half, 6 trading days to be exact, and in that time I've made an amazing $7,000 with Jason. Jason's a man that still knows what word integrity means, and hey, I'm making money. What else can I say? He's a great guy.
Why am I so popular right now? Because I cut through the BS and I deliver my subscribers 2, 3, and sometimes 5 actionable trade alerts each week. These aren't just ideas, but trades I'm putting real money behind. This isn't some scam where I sell 30 minutes after my alert once my members bid up the stock like some of the other newsletters out there. I'm typically holding 2 to 5 days, sometimes 10 days, so this is the perfect service for someone that isn't sitting in front of their computer all day long. My simple 5-step approach. Identify 3 easy-to-spot chart setups: oversold stocks, breakouts, and continuation patterns. Then look for near-term catalysts that could attract buyers down the road. Accumulate a position strategically at support by scaling into the trade, and then monitor the direct and indirect exposure to the stock because it makes a big difference. You need to understand the market conditions as well as any company news coming out of the company. Exercise discipline. I take 5 to 10% profit on most trades. I let the winners ride when it's really bullish, maybe 20 to 30%, and I quickly cut losses. While we're on the cutting losses topic, if you're up a couple of percent, get your stop loss in even or better. That way you guarantee you can't lose money on the trade. In other words, if you pick the right direction on a trade, do not take a loss. I alerted this at $3.06 after it bottomed out. Sold it just 1 day later at $3.88 for a 27% gain or over $4,000 in profit. I did it again down here using the same technical pattern. The stock had bottomed out again. It started to consolidate. I picked it up on the news right here and sold it 5 days later for 24%, this time with 10,000 shares or $5,700 in profit. This pattern can be repeated over and over and over. Let's look at some more. QPSA, KPASA, the Facebook of Latin America. Bought 3,000 shares here. I was scaling in. My intent was to buy 6,000 shares. Picked up 3,000 shares here at $2.95 on a Friday, knowing that the My Yearbook merger was coming just down the road on the 14th of November. The following Monday, QPSA rocketed up 30%, so I let this one ride because it was a good opportunity to go higher. It consolidated through the $3 range and $4 range, shaking out these previous losers, and then it ran again, and I sold right here for 60% in literally 5, 6, 7 days, and that netted me $5,300 on a really small position. And the best part about this is it's scalable. You could have bought 20, 30,000 shares or 1 to 2,000 shares like me. It's a real company with a real story. Local.com. I've hit Local.com for so much money over the last year, it's unbelievable. From right when I started this swing trading newsletter, I was all over Local.com. It's a great bounce opportunity. In through here, 5,000 shares at $363. Added another 5,000 shares at $381. So here I'm buying more at a higher price because I'm confident in my trade. All right? And then it squeezes shorts right here and jumps all the way to $483. I sold at $444 for 17%. Another big profit day. All right, so then I did it again through here. Bought 7,500 shares at $336. I sold part of my position just before they had a deal with Google. Literally the same evening the deal was announced. But I held on to 2,500 shares, and I was able to take 5% profit on that deal news. These are short-lived opportunities. You can see that the stock fell off the planet shortly thereafter when they had bad earnings. All right, so again, right down here, same technical pattern. 5,000 at $225, just above technical support. Sold it 5 days later at $294, 20% profit, $2,252 for me. Again, one last time with Local.com, scaled in initially around $240 to $250, but picked up more shares just off the support to get my average at $222, and then sold the next bounce at $236 for another 6%, $2,700 profit for me. That's not a bad trade. So that's my strategy in a nutshell. You've seen how it works for me, but more importantly, you've seen how it works for my subscribers. What I want to leave you with is how my love for teaching and trading comes across each and every day and how I interact with subscribers. I get to all of my emails every day to make sure that my subscribers aren't just mirroring my trades, but more importantly, are progressing as a trader themselves and able to duplicate this strategy and do it on their own. My name is Jason Bond from JasonBondPicks.com. I hope we'll see you back here soon.
Hello and welcome to the Simvest.com stock trading simulation. I'm going to teach you how to use the website and you'll learn how to trade stock online. Simvest.com uses real market data, which is delayed 15 to 20 minutes, but you receive 100,000 virtual dollars to invest in stocks trading in North America, including the NASDAQ, the AMEX, NYSE, the OTC Bulletin Board, and in Canada you can trade the TSX Venture and TSX stocks. Right on the front page here you'll notice that there's a leaderboard. These are the top 25 players that are currently leading the way, and in order for you to play you're going to have to register. So up in the top left corner here you can click register, fill out the fields that are required that are indicated with the red asterisks here, and choose a password down here, click register. once you've registered, you're going to receive an email confirmation with a serial code that will allow you to activate your account. So I already have an account here. I'm going to go ahead and log in. And once you've logged in, you'll see that you have a portfolio here. Tells you how much stock you've bought. I've currently purchased 2 different stocks, including Microsoft here. I've got $64,000 cash remaining. I've got $35,000 in change in equity, and my total is $100,294, so I'm up $294 in change. You can always look at your history of trades, all the ones you bought and sold, and you can get a stock quote here. You can enter in the stock symbol. Like, for example, I'll put in the Microsoft stock symbol, MSFT. You hit go, and you'll get a recent stock quote here, like a 15-minute delayed one, and a stock chart normally appears here. There it is. If you don't know the stock symbol, you can use the symbol lookup to the right here, and you can just type in the name of the company, like Google. Hit go, and then here's the Google stock symbol right here, Goog. And then you click here to get a stock quote and chart. When you're logged in, you can also click down here to immediately purchase that stock. So if I want to buy Google, and put the symbol in for me, I'm going to buy 100 shares, and I hit buy. It tells me that I'm placing an order of 100 shares for a total of $618 per share. So the total value of this trade is going to be $61,000. That's pretty much all the money I have. And I hit OK to confirm. Now if I go back to my portfolio, you'll see I've got 100 shares of Google in here. You can look up company news by sticking in the stock symbol here. You can search for other players online. You can instant message other players that are currently online, or block them in case you don't want them to contact you anymore. Another interesting feature here is the tournaments. So these ones that have the lock beside it are all private tournaments that other players have created and are competing in as groups. You can create your own. Give your tournament a name. Choose a password for it if you want to keep it private, or leave it blank if you want the public to be able to access it. And then you can share that password with your friends. If you're looking for stocks to invest in, a good place to start is the market movers down here on the left. During market hours, you can click this, and it'll show you all the leaders and losers, and you can buy and sell those stocks if you're just getting started and you're having difficulties finding stuff to invest in. There's a glossary of terms here outlining a lot of the common terminology used within the stock market. You can list all the stocks in our database. There's about 22,000 of them or so, and you can just work your way through them. In addition, there's a manual here that basically describes in words and images about what I'm telling you about right now. You can also use the quick trade to the right here. You put in the stock symbol, the quantity, it'll automatically jump to the buy side. If you go back to your portfolio and you want to sell a stock, you pick the one here. I want to sell some Microsoft here. I hit sell. I don't want to sell it all. I just want to sell 200 shares at the current market price. So it's trading at $25.59 today. So I'm going to sell that, confirm that. So basically I just made $51. In addition to the leaders here and whatnot, as you make more money, you get these little icons that increase. Basically when you hit $200,000 or like double your money, you'll get a little thumbs up. You get little coins and medals and fire, and eventually you'll get up to the get yourself a cup if you generate enough profit. So that's simvest.com in a nutshell. Feel free to contact us through the feedback. We'd be happy to answer any of your questions.